What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanya. If you're not, welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. I thought for today's video I would answer some new mom questions under the new mom tag that's floating around YouTube right now. I don't know if I classify as a new mom anymore because my daughter is 2, but I still think I'm a newbie. There's no way I've got this figured out at all. So I'm gonna answer some questions for you today. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button before you leave. I upload videos every 4 days, so if you don't wanna miss out, hit that notification bell as well, and you'll be notified when a new video pops up on my channel. Let's just dive right into these questions. I'm gonna start with the first one. Number 1, what's your favorite mom hack? As a mom, it's hardly ever possible to drink a coffee from start to finish while it's still hot. I have switched to iced coffee. Another kind of mom hack gives me a little bit of peace of mind. When I'm at the grocery store, Ivy's at the stage where she doesn't want to sit in the shopping cart, she doesn't want to sit in her stroller, she wants freedom, she wants to roam, she wants to explore, so constantly running after her. It's hard to stay with the shopping cart at all times, and I'm always worried that my purse is gonna get stolen. So I'll put my purse in the front of the shopping cart where your child would normally sit, and then I will use the seat belt and lock my purse into there so that no one can steal my purse. If they ever think about it, I'm on to you. Don't even think about trying. Number 2, what is your most embarrassing mom moment? It's more just embarrassing for me because no one witnessed this except for me. One day I was going out with Ivy. We got out the door, I put her in the car, we drove to where we were heading to. I pick her up out of her car seat. I put my hand like on her bum to like switch her over to my waist or whatever, or my hip, and all I feel is bare bum cheeks. She wasn't wearing a diaper. I have no idea how the heck I carried her from the house to the car and put her in the car seat and didn't notice she had taken her diaper off and was not wearing a diaper. So I was kind of like, what the heck? How did I miss that? How did I not notice my daughter wasn't wearing a diaper? So I'm just thankful that she didn't pee or have any type of movement while we were in the car or in the car seat, because that would have been a freaking disaster. Number 3, what part of the day do you love the most? Definitely the mornings. I love waking up with Ivy. We come downstairs, she has her bottle, I have my coffee, we just kind of sit together on the couch for a bit, think about what we want to do that day. I feel very blessed in the mornings when I'm home sitting with my baby girl, knowing that I get to be with her for the day. It's a great feeling. I love being a stay-at-home mom, and I know that it's a huge blessing and privilege for me to do that. That's kind of my time of the day where I sit and reflect on that, and I'm like, this is freaking awesome. So I love the morning. Number 4, what part of the day do you like the least? The part of the day that I like the least is when Ivy doesn't nap when she's supposed to nap. That doesn't happen every day, so this isn't an everyday type thing. But when she doesn't nap, when you're really counting on that nap time to get something done around the house or just to have a second for yourself, I just dread those days. Never know when that day's gonna come, so every day when it's nap time, you're like, please let this go smoothly. Number 5, the worst thing someone said to you while you were pregnant. There's a lot of people that think it's totally okay to comment on a woman's body when she's pregnant. It's like as soon as you're pregnant, people think that it's totally okay for you to just walk up to them and rub your stomach, even complete strangers. They think it's okay to comment on how you're gaining weight or how you're carrying your baby, things that you really have no control over. You can be the cleanest, healthiest eater throughout your entire pregnancy and still gain a lot of weight. You really have zero control over how your body is going to carry. I think the most annoying comment was, are you sure there's only one baby in there? I'm quite positive, yep, but thanks for telling me I'm huge. I appreciate that. What is a baby name you and your husband didn't agree on? A baby name that I really loved, but Mitch was never on board with, is the name Lucy. I love the name Lucy for a little girl. Another one, Audrey. I really like that name, but Mitch would never agree on that name. He thinks it's an old lady name. I do not. I think it's classic and beautiful, but he just wouldn't agree on that. So there's 2 for you, and both happen to be girls' names. Number 7, do you co-sleep? We do not co-sleep, actually. The only time we've co-slept is in the past couple months when Ivy went through his 2-year sleep regression and decided that she would not sleep in her crib anymore and hated her crib, but that was short-lived because we switched her to a toddler bed and now she sleeps like a charm. Number 8, something you bought but never used is the nursing pillow, the C-shaped sort of nursing pillow that kind of goes around your waist. Never used that. Anytime I tried, Ivy just hated it. Another thing is the baby bullet. I bought the baby bullet to make homemade pureed baby food for her. Ivy just wasn't a fan of the pureed food. She kind of just started baby-led weaning on her own. The baby bullet ended up just kind of being a waste of money for us because we used it for only a couple of weeks. The other thing was there's like baby carriers and there's baby wraps. I used the wrap only a couple of times. Ivy just hated it. Number 9, name 3 hospital bag must-haves. Pack more than what you think you will need. Bring like giant pads or depends, slippers, a house coat, also chapstick and water. Bring yourself a lot of water. You're going to get very thirsty. Number 10, are you a routine mom or a go with the flow mom? And what does bedtime look like? More than anything, I am a go with the flower, I think, absolutely. Nighttime routine typically looks like dinner once Mitch is home from work, and then Ivy will usually have a bath immediately following dinner. We'll get her in her cozy jammies, spend some time with her. Probably about an hour after bath time, we will get a bottle ready for her. She will have her bottle, and about this time, I will go upstairs myself, wash my face, brush my teeth, and Ivy typically comes upstairs with me and will brush her teeth at that time too. Once we're done that, we'll go into her room. Within 5 or 10 minutes, she's asleep. Number 11, what type of labor did you have? What pain relief did you choose? I had a hospital birth with an epidural, and we used a midwife for our delivery. It was an unreal experience. Totally would recommend it to anyone. I tried to go without the epidural, but got to the point where I absolutely needed it. And then unfortunately, the epidural didn't do much for me. It only helped with pain relief on the right side of my body, and even that, it barely did anything. So I still felt everything, and the only thing the epidural did for me was confuse my body. I couldn't properly feel how I was pushing. I could feel every single contraction and every ounce of pain, but couldn't tell how I was pushing. It was so confusing and so frustrating. It was scary for a little bit there, but we made it. She made it. She's a trooper. Mama's a trooper. It was terrifying, but wonderful. Number 12, have you ever been mom shamed? I would be surprised if I heard of a mom that wasn't mom shamed. A lot of mom shaming comes from other mothers because you're not doing something the way they did it and the way they feel like is the right way to do things. A lot of mom shaming comes from people who don't have kids yet and haven't experienced things themselves, and unfortunately you shouldn't really be saying too much because it's hurtful, and you never know any experience in life until you've been in those shoes. It's literally with everything in life. So unless you have personal experience with the situation, and even then, your experience is still completely different than someone else's. So mom shaming can be very hurtful. One time that kind of really stuck out to me was I joined a Facebook group of moms, which you would think would be super supportive. You're all moms of new babies, you're going through this together, you're experiencing everything together. Someone had shared an article on babies crying it out that I thought was super interesting. I thought it was interesting as well, so I shared it to the mom group for other people to read, and it just totally got ripped apart. So many people were commenting, just totally jumping to conclusions and making assumptions about things that weren't at all said in the article. It was just crazy. I ended up just leaving the mom group altogether because I was like, whoa, this is not at all a supportive group of women. They literally are tearing each other apart in the comments. It was mind-blowing to see how these moms just ended up like tearing each other apart. This is not the kind of support that I I want to be involved in, because there ain't nothing. There ain't no support here. Yeah. There's lots more, but I'll just leave it at that. Number 13, the biggest challenges you faced becoming a mom. In Ivy's first year, she had a very severe cow's milk protein allergy during her first year of life. I was breastfeeding during that time, exclusively breastfeeding, and she was having horrible reactions. We just were in the hospital almost weekly, it felt like. We saw so many pediatricians. Once we figured everything out, unfortunately, I had to very abruptly stop breastfeeding Ivy. Literally that day, at like noon, I breastfed her, and I had no idea that would be the last time I would ever breastfeed her, because I had to immediately stop. On doctor's orders, she was admitted to the hospital, and I was forced to stop breastfeeding her that day. So yeah, I had no idea the last time I breastfed her would have been the last time I ever breastfed her, and it was very, very heartbreaking and extremely difficult time for me to go through and to come to terms with that. For me, that would be like the top biggest challenge that I had to face, was that. If you're a breastfeeding mama, I think you would get that. Number 14, the best bit of advice you've ever been given, and the biggest piece of advice you would give to a new mom. Trust your mom instincts. When you get home with your baby, you're gonna know what to do, and if you don't know something, it's totally okay. We've all been there. Don't be afraid to ask for help. One of the greatest things I did was eventually reaching out to a lactation consultant who came right to my home and helped me out, and it was definitely the greatest thing ever. I would totally recommend seeing a lactation consultant if you are breastfeeding. Also, I would totally recommend seeing a pelvic therapist after you have given birth. Your pelvic floor, it will do it wonders and totally help with your recovery. And totally trust your mom instincts. It's huge. Trust your gut. 15, who is your mom crush? I think my mom crush is every single mama bear in my life. We have all different journeys and struggles and victories, and we can all learn from each other. I feel like I have so many mom crushes that I don't want to go off rhyming names, because if I miss someone, I will feel horrible. But, you know, my sister, my half-sister, my stepsister, my sister-in-law, my mom, all of my friends who are moms, cousins who are moms, I have respect for all mothers. My favorite Insta or YouTube mom, my mom crush, is totally Kelly Packer. I think she's awesome. She's absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way that she tackles being a mom, and I just love their family as a whole. Like, I just love them. They're beautiful. If you're a mama and you have a channel, definitely hop on the mom tag train as well. Answer these questions in your next video maybe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.